we're back, we're going, and I am super excited because I ended up buying myself a drone. Yeah, that's right. I bought a drone. You know, it's not the $2,000 expensive DJI or anything, but this drone is going to get me by for now. I found this company. It's an American company, or so they say. It's a cheaper drone, but I was playing around with it the other day, and they're supposed to have a 4K camera, and it's supposed to be really good in the wind, which obviously I need here in windy Wheatland, Wyoming. But the little bit that I've played with it, it's actually pretty decent. I can tell a few downfalls right now, but you know, we're still working at it. So I'm pretty excited. We're gonna get some drone footage into this video here. I'm thinking it's really gonna help my videos be a little more interesting, and you guys can actually see from a bird's eye view of what we do every day, and I think it just will look really cool. So I'm excited. It'll have other applications for us too. You know, we can fly out and check crops, or we can go look at sprinklers and see if what towers broke down, or I think it's gonna do a lot more good. I think it's gonna be pretty handy having, honestly, but maybe that's just the excuse I tell myself because I just had to buy one. So now you might be thinking, well, you're done planting. What are you doing now? Why are you still in a tractor? Well, we're done planting, yes, but really the fun's just beginning. Last year at this time, I had kind of, I don't know, I got busy and I had lost interest in making videos. So this is really going to be a part of my YouTube channel, at least, that none of you have seen if you watched since last year. If you're new, that's great, because it's only getting better. Right now, we're doing a few things. We just got done spraying all of our beans. All of our beans are up now. Beans really only take a few days to pop up, especially when it's warm and got good moisture like this. So all of our beans are coming up or are already out. The first beans that we planted, they're looking great. The beans that we just ended planting with, they're just coming out. So all the beans everything that's planted is coming up. Now, we got all of our spraying done for pre-emerge. Now what we're working on is cultivating, which is what I'm doing right now. Side dressing, putting fertilizer down in the ditch between the corn. And Dad's doing some band spraying, which band spraying is something we only do on sugar beets. It's basically just a sprayer, but it's concentrated right over the rows. It's 16 rows wide, and it's got basically a plastic canopy over each row with 3 spray nozzles, and it's supposed to spray the weeds right on top of the rows. The reason why we do a band sprayer is because we're going to come back in with this cultivator, which is what I'm doing right now, and it's got a sweep on it, which is cutting out all the weeds between the rows. So there's no reason to waste the spray on the weeds in the ditches when we're going to cut them out and kill them anyways. So it's just saving spray, saving money. So cultivating is really cool. You can see we've got some weeds here between the ditches. That's going to happen, especially on a year like this where we've got a lot of moisture. And yes, we could spray out most of them, but some of these weeds like kochia are Roundup resistant, and we have a really hard time killing them in beets because there's only certain sprays that you can spray on beets. So this tool is really cool because it's got shields that are protecting the plant as we go through the field, and it's got big sweeps that are killing everything between the row. It'll be a lot easier to see. This is what I'm liking about this. This will be a lot easier to see what I'm talking about from the air. But we're cutting everything out, all these weeds that you see between the rows, and it's cleaning them up a lot. I mean, we're getting 95% of our weeds, if not more, in this one pass, and we don't have to use any spray because most of the time the spray won't kill this kochia anyways, but we're trying to get it while it's small too. So I feel like I'm talking really fast this morning. I'm like all jacked up right now, you know, but it's okay. So we're gonna get down here, and I took a little bit of video from the day before with the drone flying around, and I got a little bit of video of our other tractor running side dresser, putting 32 down in the corn. So there'll be a little bit of that video in there, and then we'll get some video of this cultivating. I've also got a little bit of a funny story. Is my drone's also already taken its first crash landing. Right after the video of the tractor side dressing corn, it took a little bit of a dirt nap out in the middle of the cornfield. I really don't know what happened. I was trying to fly it while talking to my dad, so I wasn't really looking at it, so I can't say exactly what happened. But to my best guess, I think I lost signal because I didn't wait for all of the satellites to hook up to it, and I'm not really sure. I think I lost signal and it just decided to land right there. I still have to go through a lot of settings to make sure everything is correct. And anyways, ended up landing in the middle of the cornfield. I couldn't find it, and it disconnected from the remote in my phone. And so I had to run out there with the four-wheeler searching for it to find it before the tractor ended up running it over. So luckily we found it. Nothing's broken. I think it just landed itself, because if it would have like crashed, I would have thought there would have been more of a pile of dirt and a little bit worse breakage. But it didn't break at all. So I think it just landed, hit the corn, and kind of, yeah, spun around. So it's already got its first crash landing. You know it's broke in now. Just getting it warmed up.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test, and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. You got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. And when they try to change, you can say no, free me.
So we're just gonna get out and take a look at this, make sure everything's working great, and you guys can see exactly what's going on. So these shields, they're protecting these beets, and they'll kind of narrow them up, you know, they'll push the leaves together, but then they come right back, as you can see. That's keeping any dirt from flying on them, all the trash. These have big sweeps in each row, and it's going there to there. So if our guidance wasn't perfect, it would start cutting out crop. And as you can see, it pushes a little bit here, but you know, it pushes them up. That's just because of the shields, but they'll come back to this. And of course I stopped in the one spot where the field's actually clean. There you go. But see, like all those weeds there, they're getting cut out. And we'll see if I actually got some drone footage out of this. I wasn't able to fly as long as I wanted to because because the battery I had used the other day, I hadn't recharged it, and it was like I don't know, a few days ago. So I was only able to fly it for like 15-20 minutes. But we'll get some more video one of these days. Maybe later on. But it looks pretty good. I always love, sorry, it was a bug. I always love the look of it with that fresh dark dirt between the roads. Just makes everything look so much better. Now, you might have also noticed that the toolbar sticks out longer than like we're actually working. That's because this field cultivator a couple years ago got into a fight with a steel pipe in the ground, and it kind of lost. So there's a couple of units that all the parallel linkage is bent up and the mounting plate is bent up. So instead of straightening all that stuff out and getting new parts, which we probably should do, we decided in the timely fashion that it was easier just to take off a couple units and make your very own first, I call it a 15 row. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's 14, 15-ish, because, I mean, yeah, technically it's 14, because it's all even, but you're catching the outsides, so it's kind of like a 15, because you're doing a half on that side and a half on this side. So it's like a 14 or 15 row field cultivator. Now, if you know anything about farming, you're like, well, how's that work? You know, your guess rows, you're going to be cutting everything out. Well, you could probably say a lot of bad things about John Deere, but their guidance is, it's point on. I'll say that. We do not hardly have any problems with guess rows. The only time you have a problem is like on an end row where you drive, or something shakes. If you have a squiggle in the field, yeah, you're going to cut a little bit out. But if you're on guidance the whole time, like this is, very rarely do I have a problem with the guess rows. So yeah, it works great, honestly. Which, that's just another thing. I mean, we use 12 row strip tills, 16 row planter, and a 14 row cultivator. And it all matches up every time. So, I gotta say, thumbs up to John Deere's guidance. If they screwed everything else up, their guidance is one thing that works very well. But on a different note, we are just gonna keep plugging away at this. And we're just gonna keep this video short. I've had too many long videos lately, and I think maybe that's too hard to watch all at once, so we're going to keep this video short and sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys come back for another one. Sorry, I was looking at the weeds. Quit judging. Come back for another one.